Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
Don't drop the soap, it's gonna get dirty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Which one's the Shadow Daddy? The sexy one?
Now that we've finished it, what do you think of Rowan?
I still don't like that cousin fucker, but I think it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I think he's probably gonna grow on me. I hope. I don't really care about that. He seems like he could be useful in her effort, too. If you read, I took some notes this time. 66 through 68 are Ryan notes. And if you read through those notes, you'll get a rough idea as to where my opinions of Rowan truly come from.
I didn't even proofread what you wrote. I just dropped them into my notes.
Well, made a few spelling errors.
So you still aren't a fan of him?
Well, I don't dislike him.
She bereaved him and he had a blood oath with her?
Okay, so here's a question. They already shared blood. Perhaps the oath wasn't necessary.
Stop.
They are literally cousins. They are cousins.
Yeah.
He just did what anybody would do for their family. This is what he did.
No, I'm very confused.
So it's Rowan. He's trying to fuck his cousin.
Closely related.
Second cousins.
Right, guys?
Do you have a second cousin you'd be willing to fuck?
They're third cousins twice removed.
No, they are second cousins.
Twice removed.
I don't think twice removed.
I looked it up.
Let me see your thing. Somebody sent us a thing. Let me look at it.
You can't really read it well, but let me get to it. A listener of ours sent us a family tree with things blocked out.
Thank you, Patricia, for your map of incest.
It's not a map.
Let me take a look. I'm so curious. There's a moment in this book where they're like, let's go see our aunt, and then they kiss.
They don't kiss. I don't think they've kissed, have they?
I don't think so either. I don't know what they're doing. She kisses him as a joke.
You can't really read it. It's blurry, but I can read it. You're too blind.
First of all, don't you... I have great eyeballs up close. Okay, I see something Galathinius.
On the left-hand side, yes.
Far left at the top.
That's Brannon.
Oh, okay.
And then under Brannon is Elena and Gavin, who are married.
Oh, okay. Gavin's not touching that particular thing because Elena was the
daughter.
And then we have
Brannon.
a question mark. So we're assuming there was somebody else in there.
Correct.
And then we have
the king and his wife.
Okay.
And then you have Dorian.
And the other one.
And his little brother, Holland.
Okay. Now we come off of the other side of the family tree. We have a question mark, and then we have opium. You're right, I can't read that. Something Galathinius again. And they don't have any children. Then we come over to the other side, and then we have Pierce, Prince Galathinius. Can you tell me what this says? You're right, I can't read them. Can you just point which dots are Selena and which dots are Rowan?
That one is Selena. That's Aelin.
Which one? With the yellow line underneath it?
Yep, that's her with her two parents, and that's what connects the family lines of the Galathinius to the Ash Rivers.
I'll get there. Now show me Rowan in here.
Rowan is way over here.
So hold on. From one yellow to the other yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see that again. All right, so we've got... All right. And he's up a generation because there's God and then there's his grandparents. There's just nothing there. Okay, I understand. So we have one generation. Okay, we'll go back to there, which we're going to assume that's an aunt because that is... Oh, that's Mara. Okay. Maeve doesn't have any children. Maeve she's a single Pringle.
She comes off like she doesn't like children.
Okay, so Mab, where this goes wrong is Mab and Mara were sisters. So
there's the three
Mab's
queens.
great-grandchild is our primary protagonist.
Correct.
And then Mara's grandson is Rowan.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
So it's once removed.
It's second cousin. Twice removed.
Okay, let's see. So this would be her cousin. That would be his second cousin.
They're
second cousins once removed.
It's so
is what that is.
Who cares?
The legal system. That's who cares. I care. Anytime that you can say, let's go to our family reunion and then end up wanting to fuck is so weird.
They haven't. They don't, I don't think. There's no spice in this series.
I think it's implied. The book ends with her taking off the ring to K-hole so that she can feel less guilty about wanting to fuck her cousin.
Stop.
The only one who she wasn't related to. The only man who she wasn't related to in any way that so far she's been romantically interested in. She's like, I gotta take this ring off. It's really bugging me.
I am so sorry, everyone. He will never let this go until we finish this entire series. This is going to be...
You asked such a direct question.
This will never, ever... Like, if you're upset now...
It's gonna get worse before it gets better, guys.
Never... Like, there's no way you would ever...
Fuck my cousin? No,
move past
I wouldn't.
this.
Is this just a cultural thing, like, here? Where it's a problem, or is this like okay? Like you go to the UK, are they like it's fine? They're far enough apart.
No,
they have to drive more than 2 hours. Like we have an
maybe they don't actually get together. They've been platonically, non-romantically this whole book sleeping together. I didn't pick that up until partway through that they've actually been in the same bed.
Sometimes, yeah, they share the bed, but I think at that point it is less sexual because he sees her as a child initially. He brings up,
oh my God.
I have been a great warrior since long before your great uncle was born. Like he points out that she's just a baby.
Yeah, but that's just how they view humans. She's got the
She's a fae. Her animal form is a person.
That's right.
That'd be like if he's a hawk, she just starts giving him bird seed.
I'm grasping. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Straws, grasp them. I don't think this is a bad book at all. I want to bring that up. I finished up this book and I love this book. I think I'm less willing to ignore certain things, but I am so much more impressed than I thought I would be. With a cousin fucking novel, I would have never thought, if you would have told me that there was cousin fucking fan fiction that involves man birds and young ladies and old men birds that are more closely related than the fan base wants to believe.
I think this is Throne of Glass' best kept secret. Nobody
talks about the cousin fucking.
Nobody. There's not a single spoiler about that out there that really? I've come across. Like I've seen Throne of Glass stuff, so I knew names general. I didn't know their connection to each other.
You didn't know like the whole thing was just a family reunion fight?
Not a clue. I went to lunch with a friend of mine, and I'm like, that's Throne of Glass's best kept secret. Book Talk did a great job keeping all of that a secret.
They want other people to get into it and ignore it.
I thought...
If it opened with, hey guys, there's a cousin fucking fae story, nobody's going to keep reading that book. But what happens is now I'm invested.
I'm
excited to read the next book.
And you're never going to let this go.
Well, the good news is you're right. It's closed door. So if it was graphic and cousin fucking...
They aren't that closely related. They're just...
The fact that you have to keep throwing out that...
They're on...
You have to acknowledge that's a problem.
They must not get together. There's no way they get together. They're just...
What?
Really, really close friends.
Yeah, let's go see our aunt.
Especially given that he's...
1,500 years old.
They're not going to get together.
They
oh
might.
My God.
They might. I'm sensing a pattern.
Guys, what's happening here? I'm so confused.
At why your feelings are so good about this?
I have very conflicted feelings.
Do you?
He was on his knees.
Swearing fealty?
Yeah.
Okay, Sir Patrick Stewart was for the Queen of England. Did you think he was about to go down on her? That's not how this works. Everybody that's ever been knighted.
So confused.
I think when you get knighted, you get down on a knee.
I don't even want to share any thoughts or feelings because I'm always embarrassed. Always embarrassed.
You're embarrassed?
Always.
To whom?
Saying the shit we say and then always like, finally, you dumbass, you're wrong.
I love it. I enjoy the fact, I would like to point out, I made so many crazy predictions last episode.
Yeah, I tried writing some of them down. How do you feel about Maeve? You were thinking that Sorsha was the spy for Maeve.
Yeah, I was so wrong, but Sorsha was a spy.
She was a spy.
So I got that part of it right. I got who she was spying for, her motivation, and I thought that she was going to be the Airbud. Guys, Airbud is tangent. I'm really bummed out about that.
Graphically
I felt so bad. Well, yeah,
graphically.
To be fair, this is like one of several decapitations we've heard about. Selena was just bringing heads as trophies.
It's like, different when it's Sorsha.
When it's a head we know. I agree. I would say the only positive is Sorsha dodged being diseased like everybody else around that place.
What do you mean diseased?
Well, that's where Selena kept getting the bodies.
Oh.
Selena kept getting bodies from all these diseased people in the streets, like the Black Plague is going on.
Wait, what are we talking about?
So where Selena kept getting all the heads was from the piles of dead bodies. She's like, yeah, I just went through the body piles and I found people that matched up kind of roughly to who it was I was supposed to kill. And then I brought them in the head bag. Well, clearly there's a disease or something going around that's causing these piles of bodies to be in the streets, much like when the plague was happening, just carts of carcasses.
I guess I just took that as there's no health care right now in this area, that people just die and that's how they take care of them.
I think it was TB.
Everything leads back to...
Everything goes back to TB, baby.
Tuberculosis. There we go. I guess I took that bit of information and just let it just continue on. I didn't think that there was disease. I think the disease that's going around is what the king is doing. Whatever...
Spreading syphilis.
Spreading... everyone has, like, black blood. Whatever the creatures are. The creature people. The soldiers.
Oh, yeah. I got so much excitement about this. This is, I think it's some sort of magic infection. I think there's crazy stuff going on.
From the obsidian or something, right?
Yeah. I think it's poisoning. They're like blood poison, but it's magical poison. It's not killing them.
Okay.
And I think some of them are dying, and maybe that's what's going on with the bodies in the streets. Either way, what I'd like to say is Sorsha dodged a bullet. She wasn't just a body in a street that somebody found and decapitated so they could pretend it was somebody they were supposed to assassinate. Well, she is decapitated, but she didn't have to go through the pain of sickness.
Fair.
She went through the pain of love.
There's two types of things going on. There are humans that are infected somehow, I think, by the obsidian, and they have black blood, and they are being manipulated, persuaded, influenced, I don't know to what degree, by the king, all the soldiers. And then there are creatures, and these are people that, not people, these are the Prince Volg that are taking over the bodies that they are magically paired with.
The Volg, that's the thing I was trying to think of. Not the exact thing I was thinking of, but I'm saying when I brought up Halo in the last one, you have the Flood. The Flood is like that. That's another theory I think I landed in a good spot on.
Okay, continue with it again, because I had the memory of a guppy.
No, you're totally fine. So in Halo, the first game, this group of aliens, the Covenant, are being infected by the Flood, which is like this virus fungus thing that takes them over and like uses them like meat puppets to try to take over portions of a universe and stuff. And I think that's what's happening with the Volg. At the time, we'd heard of the Volg in like the first or second book, but we didn't really get any information on them.
I think these ones are trapped here.
Sure, but I think that they're like magically infecting and using other magic things as meat puppets. Because they're like, the way they're getting in her head and manipulating even her memories, she burns them out, right? But it's brought up when the king's there. The king is doing something with her head, and she's a little girl, and she gets a headache, and it feels like a worm inside her head.
I thought that her drink was spiked.
It doesn't matter. It would be spiked with something where it felt like it was a parasite in her head fucking around with her magic, and her magic saw it as a foreign entity and burnt it away.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I think that was a good theory, and this is my theory for the creatures. I think, you know how those soldiers have black blood?
Yeah.
And they're sort of wonky, and they don't taste right, and they smell funny, and they're a little ugly. We're going to go with that, because I think they might be a little ugly. Anyway, the magic version of it, I think Maeve is doing that to magic things so that she has a special force also. When she collects these magic people, when they are like, oh, you get to go before Maeve and show her your magic talents, I think sometimes what's happening is Maeve is enslaving them using a similar thing.
Where are you getting that? To me, I thought Maeve is now out of the story. That doesn't make sense.
Maeve is not dead. Maeve is still...
I know she's not dead, but I mean...
She mouthed off to Our Lady. Our Lady had the most badass. I want to talk about so much. Selena is... Or I'm sorry, not Selena. Abigail Kerbald. What's her name?
Aelin Galathynius.
There we go. Riverdale Galathynius or something. What's the guy's name?
Ash River.
Ash River. There we go.
That's a last name.
Yeah, but she is both. It's a hyphenated last name.
Correct.
She's Aelin
Galathynius.
Whatever.
Ash River.
Ash River Galathynius.
But you get Arabin all the time.
Yeah, Arabin Hummel. It's easy. It's in my head. It's small and I'm there. Yeah, she's got several great long names. Anyway.
She's got like 6 of them.
She's got so many aliases. She's crazy. She's a spy, not an assassin. That's what we've learned. But she is so badass in that. She's like, I will fuck you up. And Maeve's like, all right, whoa, easy, baby, easy. And she's like, well, you don't know any more information than I know information. Anyway, long story short, she mouths off to Maeve. Maeve takes it. Maeve is not done with this story. Maeve is she is in control of the most magical people. She's still the ruler of all of this big group of magic people. Like, Aelin.
There you go.
I am so sorry, guys. Aelin has not yet become the ruler again of her people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's still Maeve. And who does it behoove for Aelin to have been not the ruler of people? Maeve. Maeve got to rule all the people that way.
I'm so confused what that has to do with your theory of...
The king. The king creates a necessity for these people to need one common ruler. Everybody else is taken out. The only magic lady left is Maeve.
Fair.
To take all of this over. I think she's in cahoots with the king. The king and her are in cahoots.
Yeah, that is still your theory.
Yes.
I was thinking that wasn't happening because it came out now that the king is in cahoots with the Vogue.
I think the Vogue are either Maeve was taken over by Vogue.
What?
Or I think, yeah.
No way.
I think either Maeve was taken over by Vogue or Maeve somehow commands the Vogue.
No.
I think they are a singular evil entity.
I need to go re-listen to the scene where Aelin is talking to Maeve and she pretty much just spouts off all truths about Maeve. She's like, you actually did this because of this and this and this.
You're worried because my fire could cleanse this shit. She brings that up too.
What?
She's like, my fire kills these guys, kills this bad stuff. She's like, you were afraid of Brannon's flame.
Yeah.
Because it could, like, cleanse things, more or less.
Yeah, Maeve is very afraid of Brannon's flame. Why? She created an entire city, a fortress style. I'm picturing, like, and it's surrounded by water, too.
Almost
water
the
and
antithesis of Under a Mountain. That's all I'm saying.
Shut the hell up. You're
I'm
not
just saying
supposed to be doing that.
I'm just drawing parallels. They
There's
don't know
no
what it's about yet. There's parallels. I am so confident. But I had so many questions. And I was so wrong about so many things. Like, so many things.
You know what's
I was
really sad?
so wrong on.
I really love that we finished our chapters and I started editing the last one so I could know all the things while editing, because a lot of times I don't know anything new when I'm editing. I'm like, and that's probably good because then I don't want to have, then I don't have the temptation to remove some stupid comment, some stupid theory. But you have, quote, Doorbear better be safe.
Doorbear not safe, guys.
He's not safe.
Doorbear not safe.
Oh my God, that made me want to cry.
No, but he's so powerful, though. He threw the king to his knees. Like, he kept that fucker down. Granted, it seems like then the king was not worried about being offed by his son. Everybody was so cool in this. Even the other cousin fucker. You know who I'm talking about?
Aedion.
There we go. Aedion Ash River. That dude is so badass. I wish he wasn't such a cousin fucking creep.
He's not. You're reading into this.
Am I?
You are.
Okay. All right. Listen, guys, I'm sorry if I've insulted all of you about
the cousin fucking
fan fiction that's going on
here.
I
think Aedion is where the role that Rowan just got to, where Rowan is her first
line of defense.
Yeah, it's almost like she's creating herself a little cult. Do you remember Cult of the Lambs, that game?
She ends the book saying, I'm going to raise the biggest, baddest army, and we're going to rock the stars.
And I thought she would do that, but I actually thought Aedion was going to be the first, not Rowan. But now Rowan, that makes sense. It perfect sense.
Do you know who the first actually was, as far as I'm concerned?
Who?
K-Hole.
How?
She would have been fucking offed by Cain. In the first book, K-Hole's like, fuck it, eliminates that dude.
Yeah, but as far as willing to put your life on the line for her?
He did that in the catacombs when they were down in there, and he and the dog were fighting the beast thing so she could get with what's-his-face and they could save the whole operation. Dorian. He has put his life on the line several times. I cannot believe I have become a goddamn K-hole apologist.
No, Chaol is to Dorian what Rowan is to Aelin. As far as...
K-hole was also that to Aelin, though. He
Not
kept
really.
her secret. Bullshit. He kept her secret the whole time. Then he goes and meets her cousin, Mr. Ashriver, and confronts him. They go through their whole bit. He's been doing espionage, all while keeping her secret.
I think there has been this whole battle of like, why are you really doing this? Is it to keep Aelin safe? Is it to keep Dorian safe? What is your goal and motives? Chaol, what is it? I don't know. I think I landed on he's doing it all for Dorian.
Oh, really?
I think so.
And
especially
then he took that job with his dad to protect Dorian? No, he did that to protect her. He gave up his spot as the head knight so that she could go off and be safe.
Or to get her away from Dorian.
No, he could have just as easily turned her into the king. If he didn't care for her, he could have outed her at any given point.
Yeah, because he still cares about her.
What I'm saying is he took the extra initiative to send her to a place that would have, in his mind, potentially been the safest.
I think it was huge that Chaol confronted the king and said, Dorian is a king or something like that. That scene right there, that was huge. That's why I thought that was Chaol essentially showing his allegiance.
Fealty.
There we go. Thank you.
Sure.
To Dorian.
I think he does have that for Dorian. What I'm saying is he also had that in spirit for her.
In spirit, I guess.
No, I mean in action. He killed so it starts with when he kills Cain. It goes to when they're down below and in the catacombs. He's there with her. Then it's all of his scheming and stuff on the side. He's keeping Dorian the fuck out of it, which is good as a way to keep Dorian safe, but it was meant to be a way to help keep her safe. He's doing so much in the background for her also, some of it less effective than other things, but I would say ultimately he was aware that she wasn't really killing people. He kept that a secret. That didn't benefit Dorian.
No. I think maybe we're arguing different things. I just don't think that Chaol is as loyal to Aelin as he is to Dorian.
At this point, I think that could be true. I think up until her leaving, maybe even shortly thereafter, I think he was conflicted no matter which way he went.
As far as helping her raise this army against the king, I don't see him doing that. I don't see him joining her. I don't see it. I see him joining Dorian.
Right. At this point, he's Dorian's main guy.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Because if Dorian joins her, if he gets released, he better get released.
See, but I think Dorian's going to be infected. That's my thing. I think Dorian's going to become a puppet. And they're going to have to save Dorian from being a puppet.
How did the scene play out? Because I can't remember exactly how it played out that Chaol left, Dorian stayed, so Chaol doesn't know what happened. Why did Chaol leave him? Why didn't Chaol stay?
To go potentially save Celaena is why he left. And Dorian's like, go make sure that she's okay, because they think that she is off in this area being obliterated by the king's army. His mission now is to leave there and go see if he can help Celaena.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it was, get out of here, man. Get out. Scream.
I don't think so. I think it's so that he goes and helps Celaena. Now they're both going to be fugitives of the state.
I was just so engrossed in the story that I just couldn't pause and take in what was happening.
No harm, no foul.
And there was so much with the moment and intensity between Dorian and the king that I'm like, wait a minute, Chaol's gone and he has Fleetfoot? How? Why?
And he's got the magic sword.
Yeah, he went down there and he grabbed it.
Mm-hmm. I'm so fucking stoked.
What other major things?
What's his name is taken prisoner? The other Asher.
Yeah, so,
guy.
Not Rowan is captured.
Aiden. Yeah.
But he is being used as bait, I believe.
Correct.
The king wants to give it a few months to give her time to get the news and come back and see it. I'm like, oh, good. So that means Adian's going to be saved because obviously she's going to save him.
So why does the king want her back?
I think he's scared of her.
Oh, so you think he wants to bait her in because he's afraid?
To take her out.
Yeah, but he could do that anywhere. In his mind, he has a fleet of witches riding wyverns. He has everything at his disposal other than the one other kingdom that they were in.
And he killed all the slaves.
He killed everybody else. This is kind of my thing. I don't think he's afraid of her. I think he sees her as a potential threat, but I think he believes that he can take her on.
Why would he want to?
Because the only threat left to Maeve is her. That's what I think this all boils down to. I think the king loves his son, and I have to believe that because as somebody who has children, I cannot, for the life of me, fathom not loving your kid. And I think what's happened is he had some magic. Maeve is controlling magic critters the way he's controlling people, and he's one of the people under her control. He gets to look like the tyrant and the bad guy because he's eliminated all the other magic. Maeve gets to live her life being in charge of all the magic people, which are the only ones she really gives a shit about. She treats non-magic people like they're garbage. So she doesn't give a fuck about the humans. So why not let the human guy be in charge of the human people, and she gets to keep all the magic people, and there's no crossover because they paint this into a thing where one side hates the other side. I think it's perfect. So now, this lady is clearly a threat to Maeve. The king starts beef with her. That's what I think this is, because I think either Maeve is controlling him or Maeve is being controlled by the Vogue.
I think Maeve is her own person. And her being in a fortress hiding makes me think that she is not controlling the king and that she's just kind of hiding, I guess, not wanting to be a part of it.
Like everybody knows where she is. It's not a mystery. She's in the big fortress in the throne room. It's just her throne room isn't made of glass.
And she doesn't seem concerned that the king has the word keys or that he's even going to get the third one.
That's what I'm saying. I think she is his boss.
Huh.
Otherwise, she has the potential. She could have wiped his ass out. Like I said, in infancy almost. Not literally he's a baby, but in the infancy of his kingdom. Yeah. She could have handled all of this. She knew about the word keys long before he was ever around. She could have just gathered them and kept them.
But she didn't know where Brandon hid them.
No, but she could have went on a search.
Brandon or Gavin. I don't remember which one.
Whomever. Yeah, Brandon hid one of them, at least.
I thought
Gavin, I think.
Gavin did it because one of them was hidden in Elena's tomb.
Right.
So that's why I think it was Gavin that hid them.
I thought she said that she killed Brandon because I thought Selena said that What's-Her-Face killed Brandon because she was afraid of his flames and because she knew that he did something with workers. But I could be totally wrong on that.
Oh, I had the memory of a guppy.
No,
I
it's
can't
okay.
remember any of it because
there was so much. So okay, let's take a step back.
So all the slaves are gone. You already talked about your thoughts on Maeve. We talked about Sorsha was a spy.
But she really loved him. And he really loved her. Yeah, and he wanted her to just be safe, even if she couldn't be around there. It was...
And he tried picking up her head.
Dorian loved her.
Fuck?
How much... But here's my thing with this, too. How much does Dorian love K-Hole? Dorian's magic didn't activate for her. K-Hole was about to be offed. And that's when Dorian's magic kicks in.
I need to re-listen to that
chapter.
Yeah,
well, you gotta get back into that one because he straight up ignited, I would say 60, it's 64 or 65.
I think it was 65 because I quit taking notes then. I couldn't even, I couldn't do anything.
Oh, so good. So good.
And then we also have a major thing was Adian is captured. Dorian and Chaol learned how to take down the towers. Not take down the towers, why magic is contained right now. But it didn't explain how Dorian is able to do magic right now.
King's blood.
You think so?
Yep, I'm positive of it. I think it has everything to do with the fact that the king's blood runs through his veins so he can do magic there.
And as soon as he tested out knocking down one of the crystals, the magic was back. So they just need to knock down one of the towers. We haven't talked about Manon and Braxos. It starts off somewhere in the beginning that Abraxos needed silk. Spider silk? Yes.
Yep.
What do you think of that scene where she went down and it sounds like she stole it?
She did.
That's going to come back and bite her.
Well, Yeah, probably, but also, what is the enemy of spiders? Fire. Fire's the enemy of spiders. Our main lady, she's got fire powers.
Why would Aelin want to protect the witches or help the witches?
Well, immediately she won't, but that's the way the story's going to progress. The reason why, what's her name? Mora? Minion? Moran.
Manon.
Manon. There we go. Manon is showing that she dissents from the witches that are currently in power.
Which is fantastic. I love how it's playing out, that you can see the gears turning, but she still hasn't broke away.
Yeah, she's moving the right direction. She's got all kinds of cool stuff going on. And upon her killing another witch lady, who was not the same kind of witch they are.
It was
she's
a different kind of witch.
Yeah, she's a different sort of witch. I don't remember what the difference in them is.
I'm assuming the Kraken witches might be nice, more nurturing.
Less Wicked Witch of the West and more other one. They're all Ariana Grande.
That's my assumption, because she's like, we feel bad for you.
Yeah, because you guys are pieces of shit.
Yeah, that you think that you have to do things this way. And you don't have to. I'm like, does that mean the Kraken witches don't do things that way? That they don't beat each other? They don't... I don't know.
It's not all fight to the death.
Yeah,
situations.
They must be living a completely different life, is my assumption. That wasn't told to us. I'm just assuming.
No, I'm with you. I think that's a safe assumption. I think them showing that Manon is different than the other witches, as well as another one of the young witches that after Manon saved that gal.
I think Petra.
Yeah, probably.
And she's from a different clan.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
And it was a big deal to help each other.
And she brought up how the wyvern talk
to
them. And I think them having the bond with the wyvern is going to make them different.
Oh, as a whole, all of these witches are going to be different because they're all bonded with their wyvern as they go through these games.
Yes. They become less singular entities and more entities that are indicative of their partnership. I think that's going to change the way the witches interact. And the king's going to be like, well, I don't even need these bitches. I've got these ones that can also do this and that with the wyvern. But some of the wyvern are going to be homies. Some of them are not going to be quite so intelligent. I don't think all the wyverns speak to him. I think just the intelligent wyvern. Some of them are kind of like the witches. They dissent. Their personality is just different enough.
Yeah.
And so I imagine that's where Celaena's going to end up being kind of a teammate with Manon and maybe a couple of the other witches. And they're going to work together. The wyvern who's going to knock down the clock tower.
Oh, that's your theory. Okay. I need to write that one down to see if that happens, because I bet we won't find that out for a while.
God, that would be cool. But that's what I'm imagining is going to happen. She's going to call in a bunch of favors. I think in the next book we're going to meet Erebin Hommel.
You will, because we're going to Assassin's Blade.
I mean, in the next canonical book.
Oh,
the way this book ends is with she's going to go see Erebin.
Correct. Yeah.
So either way we go, I get to go meet Erebin Hommel finally.
Correct.
I got to know about this dude.
Yes.
It's going to be a good time.
We did discuss that after we finish Heir of Fire, the feeling of read the next book is so much stronger for both of us after Heir of Fire versus Crown of Midnight. So going back and reading Assassin's Blade, I wish that I read that before Heir of Fire. Only at this time, I don't know, because it seems to be pre-Rowan, post-Rowan, and where you insert it. But
nice.
But it is really difficult to not continue to create Queen of Shadows now.
Are we not going to Queen of Shadows next?
We're going to
do Assassin's Blade first?
For 1 week. We're just going to binge listen to it because I so badly want to go to Queen of Shadows, and I'm trying to finish the series up before we do a reread of Akatar.
Deal.
But this is a difficult spot to squeeze Assassin's Blade when I know it's not carrying the story forward. It's doing a flashback, essentially.
Yeah, this is tough. But give me what you think. What's your theory? What's going on with the witches? We saw so much happen. You brought it up. Maybe dig into it further.
I think the witches are going to turn, dissent, and they're going to fight with Aelin in whatever massive war there is.
Alongside.
Yes. They're going to do that. And There's little tidbits that the really big reason that they are doing all of this is that there is some secret, supposedly, about the wastelands. I think it's called the Waste or something like that. There's wastelands on the map, and was the witch's land, and there's something preventing them from going there. Like some type of spell, some type of curse. I don't know what it is, something. And the Kraken Witch mentioned it. She's like, you guys know it. You know what to do. And that tells me that the old ladies, they know something, and that they are keeping this a secret, creating and holding that back to have control of the younger witches.
And I'm not seeing them do any cool magic shit. I would like to point that out. As much as we've been around the witches, why am I not seeing them do cool magic shit?
They are on this land where Selena...
But wasn't Baba Yellowlegs was able to do magic shit?
Not really. I think Baba Yellowlegs even said it's really, really held back.
Oh,
or like minimal.
All right. Never mind then. Butt plug, there's more. I mean, wait. There's a plug. Hey, while we got you, join our Patreon for early access to episodes and Patreon exclusive content like full nude videos.
No, definitely not full nude. No.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. Full videos. My bad.
We'd love to see you there, as your support will help us continue this podcast and creating content.
Butt plug out.
But I think that they're going to descend. I like to think they're going to fight with Aelin. And then they're going to the wastelands.
Fight for Aelin.
Yeah.
I'm just being careful about fight with could also mean against.
Yeah. And when they descend, they're going to figure out a secret that they could have gone back to the wastelands this whole time. And they're going to do that. But they're not going to go as separate clans. It's going to be one big new clan, is my guess.
I'm on board.
And I don't have any theories about Aelin and Rowan and that whole adventure.
How did we feel about her battle?
Amazing. I'm picturing that she was like hovering like an angel or something like that in the sky, but with like blue flames. And in Harry Potter, do you remember the little soul sucker things?
Yeah, Demogorgons. Not Demogorgons. What are they called? Dementors.
Dementors, and how they would do that to the souls or whatever. That's what I was imagining. That's what I was imagining her doing to them, but like with blue flame because I think she had like two of them her hands on their faces.
Dude, she was kicking ass.
Yeah.
She beat the fuck out of him. And then what's-his-face calls in his homies as a quick favor.
I think only one of them. Did all five show up of his friends?
Yeah, so his friends showed up, and only one of them stopped by basically to kind of double check on Selena at the time. We're like, do we need to help this bitch out? And it was the cat fellow.
Right.
And then she's like, go, save them. And so he went on inside to go save his homie.
And his friends knew this was going to be bad for Rowan. I still don't know why Rowan was punished over all of this.
Because Maeve specifically said that I'm not sending backup in there. I don't give a fuck about those half-ass magic people.
Oh, that sounds right. And he was just like, yep, I'll take it. We'll do that. And I think his friends... Yeah,
because he's crushing on Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family ties being what they are.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, and then we talked about Aelin and Rowan platonically sleeping together, and then he was like petting her hair, playing with her hair.
Yeah, platonically.
Totally
normal.
Totally.
She's like, tattoo me platonically.
Those were all, I think, the major things. I do have some replies that we got from listeners.
Is that really that's what we're going with for this whole second half of the book?
No, I'll go through some of the actual
perfect.
chapter notes. That was like the highlights that I wanted to talk with you about.
Yes, perfect.
On our last episode, Cynthia shared, also, I don't think they are in the same world as A Court of Thorns and Roses, probably because you kept making those comments and I was telling you to stop it. She says, I think in a different dimensional world, I don't know how that works, but I've read other theories and they say the same thing. But are they connected? How? I don't know. But apparently Sarah J. Maas is going to do a combo series with all 3 series or something. So that's a possibility in the future.
But so many petite, scary fae women.
She also shares, I love the theory on word key. You are wrong, but keep the theories going. You aren't far off.
Oh, I don't even remember what that theory was. Do you?
I wonder if that was the one when we thought that Dorian is a word key because the magic sounded similar in how they were described.
Oh, yeah. Now we know what the word keys are.
Gavin is king, and so when they married, she took his name and gave that line of Royal's magic. Okay. And we already kind of talked a little bit about their lineage there. Cynthia also answered some of the questions that I had. Let me go find where that's at. I was trying to understand their relations. I have...
Sexual.
Who is Athril to Maeve? Do you remember this? That's the gold ring. I couldn't figure out the gold ring scenario.
Yeah, what is it?
Athril was Brannon's best friend. Brannon is the one with fire. Yep. So Athril was best friends with Brannon, who loved Maeve until he found something out. We'll figure that out later. And Brannon is Aelin's great-grandfather or something. We already talked about that, seeing the map of how that goes through. Brannon was the original king of Terrasen. And keep in mind, she was just sharing that she read this years ago when she was trying to answer the questions. Yes. And then I have... Elena is full Fae. Elena is the daughter of Brannon. So Brannon is Fae. Elena, his daughter, is Fae. Gavin, that she married with the sapphire eyes, human. And she says, yes, that is true. And she says she can't share anything else with us, though. And Brannon was full Fae with firepower, the strongest fire. And Aelin inherited it. And then some, which we do know. She also has her mother's water magic a little bit.
She's got a little drop.
Yes.
A little dabble do ya.
And it's enough that she can move forward with it, but Maeve doesn't know anything about the water power that she has.
Right. The water power is healing magic as well.
No, that's another slight little difference. There's also healer magic a little bit. I thought that was all Fae. No, there seems to be something in her lineage that's special to her.
Yeah, I thought it was the water magic that provided the healing.
I don't think so. I don't know where it's at, but there is somewhere that it was saying that she got that from somebody. But she doesn't think it's much. I'm assuming she's going to find out that she has a lot of it. And then I think Patricia had one more comment on TikTok for us. Let me see.
Thank you, Cynthia, for all the information you've provided.
Yes. Oh, so Patricia shared the little family tree with some things blocked out for us. And she said, and even though Gavin is called Galathinius there, his and Elena's kids are called Havilyard.
Thank
you. I can't pronounce that. Afterwards, they moved away from Terrasen to create the kingdom of Otterlin and house of Havilyard. She says, I hope that helps. Also, as many of those on the map are human with only a trace of Fae lineage, there must have been several generations where the question marks are. But Elena, Maeve, etc. were all 15,000 years ago. Hope that helps.
15,000 years ago?
That's what she has.
That's quite old.
That's insane.
That is wild. Some of them almost knew dinosaurs.
Were there dinosaurs then?
No, not really. Well, as much as there are now. But just time itself. Time is weird. I think time is so cool. And the thing that I sometimes worry about the way they handle these things, specifically, let's go into Rowan, where initially when he meets Selena, he's like, I'm so much older. I have been a badass for so long that you are a speck. My issue with this becomes, after, let's say, 1,500 years, you're not experiencing time differently than somebody who is 20 years old is. Like, I don't experience time differently now than I did when I was 6 years old. The idea of 5 minutes back then used to feel like for fucking ever, but it wasn't because I was experiencing those 5 minutes differently. It was because my concept of measuring 5 minutes was very poor. So if you're 15,000 years old, what's going on currently is just as impactful as anything else you've ever had go on in your life. If it's like, oh, this punishment, I could be miserable for a year. No, it's not easier to be miserable for a year just because you've lived 15,000 years, because you could die next year. In hindsight, it can seem smaller.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Because you're experiencing time the same no matter how long you live.
Correct. As long as your temporal zone and management of things is basically the same as those things around you. If you experience time that much faster, everybody would seem to be moving in slow motion.
I'm following, but if your value that you place on it in time, so if you and me have to give up a year of our life to do something miserable, that's, that's a lot of time. But if we have to give up 5 minutes for the same thing, it's just like, yeah.
I'd still like to not do it.
Yeah, but it's just 5 minutes.
But this is the thing. It isn't just 5 minutes. It's still a year. You're saying 5 minutes doesn't sound like a lot. Now, if I said, you have to do this miserable thing for 5 minutes, and at the end of that 5 minutes, I'm going to murder you. Does that change whether or not you're willing to do the miserable thing?
Yeah.
Because it's based off the assumption of how much time you have afterward to look at it in hindsight, not based off of how much time you have previously had. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. I'm still not all the way there, especially when so many other shows, movies, books also take the approach that when you live for so long, it does seem small and insignificant, even though it's big and a long time for us. Yeah, even in the show Invincible that we started.
I don't disagree. And that's what I'm saying is I like that in this, it's not treating it that way. Unlike those examples. He says that, I've been around forever, blah, blah, blah. But he isn't treating her as though she is going to be an insignificant portion of his life, even though he has had 1,500 extra years, or however old he is, 500 years.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So then we get into Maeve, 15,000 years old. At 15,000 years old, yeah, there's a lot that you've experienced and you've seen the changes. And yeah, there's different trees now than there was when you were a girl. You've seen things go extinct and things come from nothing and evolve. And that's really neat. But she's still concerned about what's going on right now, as opposed to the idea that she's so jaded to what is now because of what will be.
Yeah.
It's a complicated thing to try to put into words.
Do you want to dive into our chapters, see if it jogs our memory on anything that we could have missed?
Mm-hmm.
We go all the way back to chapter 36. This is for part 2 of Heir. Adian had a party to talk to someone, and he found him by offering free drinks to those who traveled the furthest. So I think they created a fake party. They show up. And
it's a real party. People are actually celebrating.
Well, it's fake as in it wasn't the purpose of the party was to party. Okay. You're right, I guess.
The birthday cake is like made of, is it cake? No, this time it's actually a brick painted to look like cake. It's the opposite of the is it cake challenge.
So they offered free drinks, found who traveled the farthest, and it was a general from Knoll. And he talked about headaches and a tower and everything going on there.
What do you think is going on with the headaches? Do you not think it's the brainworms?
It must be.
See, brainworms.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that what Aelin described her symptoms after she drank the water? Was headaches?
So the king was looking at her, and then she got this terrible headache. And then she felt like it was a worm in her brain. Telling you what, that sounds to me like she's under the influence of, or the Volg. The Volg are a race of things, but they're taking over host bodies. So yeah, they're parasites.
And Knoll is in the bottom left corner here. And the wastes, there's frozen wastes and western wastes, which are in the top left corner. And I think that's where the witches want to go after they win their wyvern, keep their wyvern, and solve some riddle, solve some spell. There's some reason they can't go there yet.
I think you know where this is about to go. Pack your coats, we're going to the frozen waste.
But this general seemed to be fine. They were sent away, and they didn't understand why. Do you remember this scene?
Mm-hmm. I do. You're summarizing it pretty well. We didn't get a lot of details.
Okay.
You said a bunch of guys got sick or something like that, and they sent a pile of them away.
There weren't many answers. Chapter 37. Manon needed to fly.
Manon.
with Abraxos to get the spider silk for his wings. Manon's clam.
Manon got that metal clam.
Her clan wants to reclaim the cursed wastelands, which was...
Clam wants to reclaim the cursed wastelands. I'm being drawn to it. Oh, is it your heart? Lower.
This is where it's telling us about the wastelands, that it's cursed and was ruled by a man, but now a woman with wine hair is there. I don't know who that is. Something about a shape-shifting man sold 20 years of his life to the spider.
Yeah, who? A shape-shifting man? Who could be a shape-shifting man? And what is 20 years to a man that can shapeshift and is probably a fae? Nothing.
It's not Rowan, though, is it?
It could be any of them. We learned that they all shapeshift.
Yeah, it could be any of them.
Ooh, could it be Arabin? Is Arabin a fae?
I don't know.
I think Arabin's a fae. And I think he got the silk so that he can bind people with it.
Well, and this poor spider, when she's making deals, she's like, I need human life. So she made a deal for 20 years. And then she wants to be a beautiful human. So she's trying to make a deal with Manon.
Well, she just wants the face.
She did. She wanted to be beautiful. She's like, well, I might as well be gorgeous while I'm a human. Well, I'm out and about.
Yeah, honestly, take it from me. Ugly human, much harder.
What the fuck ever.
You know what that said? I want to make a deal. Somebody sell me your beautiful face.
And she trapped him and escaped with the silk. So that's definitely going to come back and get her. And
Not only did she steal the silk, she stole a lot of it.
A lot of it. All of it.
Street value's like 180 years or something.
She's like, this stuff sucks. Hey, look over there. Runs out.
Well, didn't she dropped a rock on her or something?
I don't know what she
Or
did.
Abraxos nailed the spider with a tail or something. Like, they knocked the spider away, steal the silk, and run away.
Yeah, they escaped. Chapter 38, we do get a little bit more with Abraxos. Usually we only get a chapter and then we have to wait. Abraxos would not fly, and another witch beat him, and then Manon beat the shit out of her.
Yes. That's where we fell in love with Manamana a little bit. Even though she has metal clam. It's just intimidating.
Loved Manon. And yeah, I think
I've been attracted to Manon because Manon's bitchy and mean. But now that I know that chains and whips piss her off, I'm a little on board.
I have a hard time with her being described as beautiful, but then we also hear that she flashes her iron teeth, and what I imagine for her iron teeth are not
Perhaps
pretty.
They're polished.
I don't know. Maybe they transform and she has like normal teeth and then they just switch them. I don't think that's the case, though.
And yet you think, oh, but metal clam, that's cool. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Petra, a witch from another clan, brought goat meat for Abraxos and asked if her wyvern speaks to her.
No, she didn't even ask.
She kind of like implied.
She said, they told me.
Right.
Your guy doesn't like the goat meat here. She's like, we get it. There's something weird about the goat meat, right? And she's like, I don't fucking trust this bitch. And she like gets rid of the goat meat. And Abraxos was like, fuck, man. It's going to be good.
Now that I think about it, it is more like a disease because the goats have it. And the goats are obviously, there's no reason put energy.
So I'm saying, it's little parasite worms. They're just trying to take over the planet.
Little parasite worms? You really think it's a worm?
Well, she described it as a worm in her head. She could feel it in her head and then she burned it. And that's what makes me think it's like a little brain worm. You know, like those ones that if you pee in a river, it swims up your piss stream and then it...
Yeah.
That's what I imagine it is in your brain. Brain worm.
Brain-eating amoeba?
Probably.
Well, I guess I took it as that was a child's way of describing what was going on. But no, what if why should we dismiss the child's interpretation of what was happening?
I believe the victim. That's all I'm saying.
She said it was a worm. It's a worm.
That's right.
And then her mom drowned her.
Ooh, in healing water.
Was it healing water? I thought she just drenched her.
Well, I think maybe it was to help cool her down because her fire was getting crazy.
Yeah. Chapter 39, Selena reshaded Rowan's tattoo as they talked about their families.
I imagine she's a terrible artist. It was shaded, now it's just
I think he was questioning if she could do it. She's like, I got this.
Don't worry, there's a time to my friends. He's like, you have a friend? She's like, I had one friend.
This chapter, I have the note. I don't quite remember the scene exactly, but In chapter 39, it ends with him saying they aren't friends.
Yeah, because she's like, well, we're like besties. And he's like, I nothing you. We're not friends. We're not nothing. Get the fuck out of my face. Because she keeps trying to like cuddle up to him. She's a little bit like that cat that won't leave you alone.
But he's fine with her sleeping in his bed. He's like, we're not friends? This does not make sense.
What do you mean?
Maybe they're not sleeping in the same bed by this chapter. When do they start sleeping in the same bed?
When they go to town and they have to stay at the inn. Otherwise, it's the same room, but not the same bed. They're not cuddling.
But he's playing with her hair eventually. Yeah. But they're not friends.
Well,
Come on,
at a certain point...
Pull it together.
Well, at a certain point, he just likes braiding hair. He's like, I had an Asterian stallion once, and I used to do this to its hair. Like, oh, your mane is disheveled.
Some bitch back in the day stole my horse.
Oh, no, that was a mare.
Yeah.
That's really
I think
funny.
he's just in denial.
You killed it. I want to take a moment. Good job, Adri. Full circle.
I think that he's in denial that they're friends, and he's trying to...
They're not friends.
They're friends.
They're not friends.
They're besties.
They're not.
They're close.
They're mutually attracted adults.
He got on his hands and knees and gave a blood oath to her.
Yeah, he said, take some of that blood that we share.
I was thinking that it was like the Loki scene. Like this whole thing of Loki is on his knees and he's like handcuffed. It's like a thirst trap.
Wait, wasn't that Loki on his knees handcuffed to himself, though? Wasn't it just girl Loki who's in front of?
Maybe.
Isn't that also sort of, oh yeah, you gotta look those up. I haven't seen this. Well, I saw it in this show. I haven't.
Okay, I typed in Loki thirst trap to see if the image I'm thinking of is near the top.
So many. Tom Hiddleston.
It is pretty much just him in a collar and shirtless in all of these.
Okay, hold on. Let me see this. What are you talking about?
Well, remember...
For science. He's wearing a shirt in all of these.
No, like right there, he's got the collar.
Oh, okay.
Right there, he's on his hands and knees, right there. Made a Loki thirst trap as a joke, and it's him with a collar on his hands and knees looking up. That's what I imagined as Rowan when he was swearing an oath to Aelin. That it wasn't him on one knee.
I still don't have a mental image of Rowan other than he's a big dude.
I think we can safely look him up.
Go with Rowan fan art with safe search on. I don't want to see the dog.
Can one of our listeners send us a spoiler-free... I want to make sure that I'm not looking up any spoilers by looking up Rowan.
Hey, Patricia, Cynthia, somebody. Spike, anyone. Help.
Chapter 40, Dorian called out Chaol, not wanting to change and thinking magic is bad. So at this point, Dorian is more accepting of his magic. Fantastic. That's exactly what I want. And just in time for him to be captured... Which sucks.
I'm not in love with that.
Because his dad saw it as this opportunity. He's like, you have magic? Fantastic. Just the guy I'm looking for. Horrible. I thought his dad was going to look at him in disgust.
No, his dad has the same magic. His dad's just like, my boy.
I want to use you. I want to give you to the Prince Vault.
He's got the brain worm. His dad definitely has a brain worm.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. His dad's got the brain worm, and the brain worm makes him work for... what's her name? Mara, Maeve. Yep. And Maeve's also got a brain worm.
I don't think
the brain worms have taken over the world.
That would be such a dystopian style. Like when I think of that,
that's
like
dystopian.
Yeah, I think that feels more dystopian style rather than fantasy.
Not the police state of slave labor camps.
I don't know.
And then being wiped out at the whims of a crazed king who's a little bit upset with a girl who ran away to a different kingdom that he sent her to.
You're not wrong. I'm wrong.
No, don't say that. You're not wrong.
I'm going to be shocked if you're right, if this is...
Homie, if I'm right, I'm going to be shocked too. But I got to keep going with it. I started it, and now I got to keep it going.
But this is one of those scenes that I was sharing earlier that Chaol, I thought, was more loyal to Dorian.
I think you're right.
Chaol and Adian speak to someone about creatures being made by the king and sending them to Gwendolyn, which we already kind of know because... Rowan and Aelin figured that out.
That's true. Also, Gwendolyn is an old lady's name, and I like that name.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell
I think small children and old ladies with the name Gwendolyn is very funny to me.
I like the name Gwen.
But I like it in its full.
Gwendolyn.
Like, we could have named one of our children Gwendolyn. Either one.
Chapter 40. Selena is still training. Territorial of Rowan.
Oh yeah, weird.
where she was getting pissed off with women looking at him, talking to him.
She growled at a lady.
I think he growled at someone. They both growled?
No, I think she like looked at a lady, growled at her, and the lady walked away.
Yeah,
she like walked up to him at the bar, and she's like, "Hey, what are you drinking, you tall drink of water?" And our main girl's like,
growling.
She's like, "Oh, I'm better get out of here." And that lady's like, "That's right. I'm gonna make a friend with a metal clam. She'll fuck you up." That's what she said.
Then they go to an event.
Oh my gosh, the Clam Clan.
The Iron Clan.
That's true. Well, we have the yellow legs, the iron teeth, the...
No, it's yellow legs, black beak, and one other one.
Iron claw.
Something.
Ravenclaw.
Something.
Hufflepuff. Slytherin.
What is your witch clan? They go to an event where she is maintaining fires and became consumed. I don't know what the event was. I was too enthralled.
It was Fire Festival. They were all dancing and having a good time, and her whole mission was just to keep the fires burning. Now, here's my thought. Instead of having somebody who's constantly using magic to keep fire going, why don't we have her light something on fire that burns?
What are you talking about? What's the difference?
Well, you don't need to maintain the thing that's creating fire once something is on fire. Toss a couple trees in that thing and just woof.
I think it was to keep a low profile. There's already fires here. Let's use the fires that already exist to keep a low profile. And you need to make them a little bigger, but maintained and keep it steady.
You think they had a party at a forest fire?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think this was a party.
It is a party. But
and there were already fires around there?
That's what I took it as. And that she was just keeping the fire kind of going. Like, not keeping it going. Like, it was going to continue to burn. But just, like, manipulating a little bit. Use the fires that already exist.
It's crazy. I did not take it that way at all.
I'm probably
I took
wrong.
it as there's just, like, this area. And they're like, we need bonfires. You put one there. You put one there. You put one there. You put one there. You're going to keep them bad boys burning all night.
Because there was music playing. They were at the party already. This is what happens when I go through a book too fast. These are the consequences.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. We get it either way. She burned out. And
No, she did not burn out. No.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No.
It was consuming her.
It consumed her, which is different from burning out.
Well, she wasn't running out of magic, but she was quite literally about to burn up.
I think there's a difference between burning out, like running out of magic and being depleted, versus whatever happened there being consumed by the magic and letting it take over.
Okay, I'll give that one to you.
Because later it happens again and Rowan makes a comment of, this doesn't make sense, other than, she shouldn't be burning out yet.
All right, that's probably fair.
And then you see the huge well of magic that she then uses. And she doesn't burn out
She got white hair. Her hair turns white. She gets a haircut.
Yeah, she gets a haircut.
She goes Super Saiyan.
That's what I was imagining. Like, she's in the, like, oh, and then just like Dementor style, sucking their souls out and killing them.
I went not quite to the heroic angelic side. It was more like just crazy drum beat. All of a sudden she's like just tearing the place up.
She's like, get the music going.
That's the band. All of a sudden they're like throwing the lutes at the fire and they'd bust out the drums.
These are two different scenes, but if we combine them together, it's pretty fun.
It is. That's true. We'll take an angel coming through with heavy metal music playing. Well, she's murdering everybody. I'm on board. We have a halo made of blue fire.
We have a character from another book series playing the fiddle in the background. And Devil goes down to
on the
Georgia.
fiddle and playing it hot. This is exactly it. And the Fae looked over and said, boy, let me tell you what.
Anyways.
I'm the biggest Fae there's ever been.
It's just a normal party. She lets the magic consume her. She's burning up. And then we have big, strong, tall Rowan picking her up. And she is burning him. But does he care? No, he doesn't care.
Well, he cares.
He cares when he needed the tattoos fixed up.
Yeah. Because all the scar tissue.
Exactly. But he picks her up and he's burning. He's like, it doesn't matter. And they're running inside to the healers.
Do you think of the Ohio Players?
Why would I think of Ohio Players? What's that even mean?
The Ohio Players. It's a band from the 70s or 80s.
I thought you were talking about football players or something.
Can I borrow your phone for just a second? There's a quick little music moment.
You're gonna get us banned.
From what?
I'm gonna get copyright alerts.
No, you won't.
This reminds me of Brick House.
Oh, that's the Commodores.
She's a brick house.
She's mate. Let it all hang out. No, that's I believe that's the Commodores who sing Brick House.
So this would be hilarious if this was a song playing in the background while Rowan is trying to save her.
Yeah. When you tease, squeeze, knocks me to
But it was
knees.
more intense than that song because I thought she was burning out. Rowan thought she was burning out.
They about had Lobster Fest.
And they had to keep like getting fresh water and like redunking her and redunking her and redunking her as she was like cooking and boiling the water.
The power of Maeve compels.
Yeah, exactly. And at some point she has a memory of her mom, I guess, that kind of makes it a really beautiful, heartbreaking thing that the mother has water and your daughter has fire. And when her daughter was burning up, her mother was the best person there to have.
And when her mom needed a good steam, the daughter could light up the mom a little bit.
Exactly.
Rowan has ice powers and he didn't use them in that moment. Like, maybe he did. Maybe he's just not as powerful as she is. But I was thinking about this. Instead of switching her to different vats of water, wouldn't it make more sense for him to
keep freezing it?
Correct. Keep cooling down the same water?
Yeah, why didn't that happen? Rowan, what were you doing?
I think perhaps his magic just wasn't as powerful as hers.
It's not.
So maybe it was too powerful and they just needed a few room temperature vats of water to cool her down instead. But I think he could have thrown a few ice cubes in there. It would have helped.
Maybe he was. Maybe that's how they were cooling down they had 2 tubs. They were dunking her between. He could cool this one down by the time she got that
Boiled that one.
I don't know.
Seems like if you're boiling that water that fast, you're probably just steaming most of that water off.
Yeah. But back at this one.
Everybody's pores are clean at the end of the story. That's what matters.
Oh, we didn't even mention the worst part about this chapter. So they're at the event where she is maintaining the fire. She becomes consumed. She burns out. And she was cooled in a bath. And he saw her scars and that she was a slave for the first time.
Yeah. He never examined that possibility.
No, he didn't.
I know. I'm just stating that out loud. He never examined the idea that she could have potentially had a difficult existence as being a queen or princess in hiding.
I think he even kind of talks about, he's like, oh my God, the things that I've said, not knowing.
Yeah, he brought up the whip thing. He's like, she about lost her fucking mind when I said I was going to whip her. And I'm like, okay, even if she wasn't a victim of this before, threatening to whip people, you kind of like,
it is
maybe just a word of caution, don't threaten to whip people.
And at some point, because I don't want to forget this, he's like, who hurt you? Who did this? Tell me.
She's like, I fucking killed him. Don't worry about it.
Well, I think that Rowan's going to want to kill Arobin because I think he also discussed the scars from the chain. There was something from Arobin, I thought, with scars.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
But that was a great scene when he was like, who hurt you?
Mm-hmm.
Good old classic. That's why I love these books.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Little something for you, little something for me.
Wait, what's for you?
The song Fire playing in my head while he's bursting into flames and trying to carry her. I like that part where he got 3rd-degree burns. That was for me.
Good times.
The best.
Chapter 42, Rowan flew away thinking of the things he said to her when she was a slave. He was just really bothered. He's like, I need to leave. I'm such a dirtbag. Yeah, you fucking are, Rowan. You should regret that.
As opposed to the apology he could have immediately issued.
She was sleeping.
Okay.
And resting for days.
Be a real shame if he wrote it down so she could read it when she woke up.
Shut the hell up. What happened was perfect.
Okay, my bad.
He is also territorial of her to protect her, and he carried her to bed, and he has the burns everywhere from the last time he carried her. That was probably a poorly done note. And he held her hand all night while she told him about what happened in book 1.
And I like that he got a full recap, so he's up to speed.
He is. He's right there with us.
She's like,
now.
so there was this handsome prince. He was beautiful. And there was this knight who was not quite as beautiful, but surprisingly good in bed. I think that could be a lot of fun. She's like, and you wouldn't believe this girl was dancing around throwing her tits at the prince when I was in love with him.
Oh, I know why I wrote down he carried her to bed, it was because I made a comment in book 1 or 2 that K-Hall, I'm blending together his name versus what you're calling him again, where K-Hall like pokes her and wakes her up after she fell asleep in the library, and rather than carrying her to bed, he's like, hey, get up, gotta go to bed.
I think it's perfect.
And you made me feel bad for that. You made a comment that like they barely know each other.
Yeah, I think you made the right choice on that. I don't think him carrying her to bed in this instance is quite the same. She's recently recovered from an insanely mortal injury. I think if she were capable of walking, he should have just poked her and said, go to bed.
I think it was this moment, chapter 42, that they continue to sleep in the same bed.
Mm.
And he's very protective. It's just like, people have knocked on the door, and he's like, get out of here. I got this.
Yeah.
No men near this room.
And his dead wife's just looking down on him with her tiny child. He's like, your daddy found love again. Great.
So mean.
What do you mean it's mean? I didn't write that he had a dead wife and baby. Like, who the fuck primes you for this with that? Like, oh, this old man had a whole life before this girl.
Don't.
How was he supposed to know he'd find love with his cousin? It's crazy.
Oh, that was his fated mate, and she's gone.
I don't think so.
Isn't his fated mate?
You don't think so?
They are something.
They're about to mate.
Cardamom or something.
Cardamom.
There's something.
The next best spice to cloves.
Caramon. I don't know how to pronounce it right
Cameron.
now. Cameron. No. Shut up.
I am.
Anyways, he held her hand all night, and at some point pet her hair. If I have to say that, because if I didn't take that note, it was because I was enjoying the moment.
I'm so glad that you took the moment.
Chapter 43, Rowan growled at visitors. We learn.
Yeah, like a dog that doesn't know how doors work.
We learn about the word Karanom. When drained, you can take power from someone else if you are compatible. And that seems to be also what's happening with the Vogue, that they're looking for demi-fae that are magical, that they can take over their bodies.
Yes.
But they also have collars on that keeps them in check, supposedly with the king.
Yeah, a little shot collar.
Yes.
And the king in this instance is who? Maeve. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to be.
I don't think so.
All right, fine.
She is cooped up in his room. She shares why she cannot be Aelin, of all these reasons of her past that she can't be Aelin, which is fantastic because by the end of it, it ends with, I am Aelin, Galathinius Ash River, whatever order it is. He plays with her hair to sleep. Oh, I did write it down. At one point, she kissed his cheek, and he got her chocolate for her birthday.
She doesn't say how much chocolate. I think he was being a cheap ass and didn't get her enough.
You think it was less than what Dorian got her?
I think Dorian got her better chocolate. And so she's like, oh, good, he got my chocolate. And he's like, yeah, it's like gas station chocolate. Just hands it to her. He's like, here you go. You're welcome. No more whip jokes.
We're done with those.
I would have got you the fancy kind, but my wife really liked that. So
What the fuck? No.
I'm just saying, if I ever die, you better not act like him.
It's been hundreds of years since his wife died.
Yeah.
He's been grieving.
I don't give a shit if you live 1,000 years. If I die with our children, you mourn us forever.
He's still mourning his wife. He can just also find comfort in another.
Iron Clam. You think he's been trapped?
At the end of chapter 43, she created a small fire shield. Chapter 44, Manon and Abraxos needed to do the crossing challenge to be in the war games. He's very intelligent, and he did succeed.
Yeah, Abraxos is the man.
He's a little stubborn, though.
He's cute. I think he's perfect.
He's perfectly.
He has a mind of his own. He shouldn't have to do everything she wants to do just because she needs it done.
That's fair.
Because he's lived his life being a slave. I think now you fucking, you know what, Abraxos, you want to go do something that's not exactly what somebody's trying to make you do? You do that thing. You make them ask you politely, and you actually have to agree. I believe Abraxos having agency is probably one of the greatest things in this book.
I think it's showing her descending because she does care about him, but yet she's like, we have to fucking do it. But I also think he needed a little prodding. But at the same time...
Do you? You agree with the whipping? You guys heard it here first.
I didn't say that.
That's the camera. Adri's a monster.
No. Chapter 45. She is secretly training herself, and I imagined it racquetball style. I don't understand what this scene was trying to say. She is leaving every morning and she is practicing, and the guards are watching, and then eventually Rowan shows up. He's like, wow, I've never seen that. We may need to report back. So then the guys back home, maybe not the guys, the people back home, keep that gender neutral. The people back home can train like this also for our army or whatever it is. And I don't understand what she was doing that was so unique, other than she must be throwing something that bounces back so then she can use her shield against whatever she's throwing. And all I could think of was racquetball.
Wouldn't it be just as effective if she had one of those guards throwing something at her that she could deflect with the shield?
They're supposed to be guarding. They're on duty. They can't help her.
Nobody around there has spare time, just throw a couple rocks.
It was Rocky style where he's training.
He never did that by himself. He had a coach named Frank.
He wasn't privately training because he cared so much to be better?
No, he did what his coach told him to do.
All of it? He never went off on his own?
The coach is sitting there making sure that he's doing fine on the speed bag. Coach is like, all right, throw on a hoodie and a bag so you sweat more and go run so you get into shape. Like, the coach tells Rocky what to do.
Well,
you think there's a coach? You think there's a coachless boxer out there that just made it?
No, I didn't think he was coachless. I was saying I thought it was this scene is showing us that she wants to train even more. Like the coach isn't giving her enough work, that she's now training herself.
Maybe I'll rewatch Rocky. You could be right.
No, I don't think I'm right. I don't even think I've seen that.
We need to watch at least the first 4.
So she's doing something fantastic. I don't know.
Yoga. She's out there doing goat yoga. There's like goats and stuff all over the place. She's out there stretching. He's like, whatever she's doing, guys, have you seen the improvement she made? They're like, oh yeah, we've been watching.
We've been watching.
Castle seems safe.
They are training again and their magic plays together. So that's giving us clues of the upcoming scene that she can use his magic.
Do you think of it like in Blades of Glory?
What do you mean?
When Chaz Michael and John Heater's character, what the fuck is his name again?
I don't remember.
Jimmy. When Jimmy and Chaz Michael are fire and ice together, just before they do the Iron Lotus. I still hear. Nope, different song. Lying close to you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, their final scene.
Yeah, like they're dancing.
Yes.
Right? But they're fire and ice, and they're kind of playing together. Because Chaz Michaels is an ice-devouring sex tornado, and he's also fire. And then Jimmy McElroy, that's his name, is a technical prodigy who is ice.
So you remember these names. What's the main character's name?
Of which book?
This book.
Well, it was Selena Sardathian, and now it's Alien Ridgewater Galathinius. Ace Water Ace. Nope, hold on 1 second. Let me think of the other guy's name, and I'll get the last name. Riverdale. Oh, shit. Adrian.
Ash River.
I was just about there.
So close. Yeah. No, you're not going to ruin the scene for me.
I'm not.
Really?
No, I thought it was making it extra special because now there's two of them together.
So special, relating it to a movie in the 2000s.
Sorry.
Ice skating.
We didn't have any issue relating the first part to a movie in the 2000s called Pride and Prejudice. I thought we were on the same page here.
Everything is allowed to be related to Pride and Prejudice.
Like Blades of Glory.
They are platonically sleeping together.
Mm-hmm.
There's another body. Smells
bro job.
It smells like the creature under the library.
Smells like the creature. Yeah. There's creaturey smells going on. And we think that's because they've invaded town.
Wait. Is the creature underneath the library a Vogue creature?
It's a failed experiment.
How is it failed?
He wasn't tough enough, and he clearly wasn't able to be controlled as well. Because that dude had memories still. He maintained too much of who he was, I think.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Maybe. And it's at the end of this chapter she realizes that Kale is not her mate because she tried killing him. She's like, well, I'm going to assume he's not my mate because I did try stabbing him in the chest. And Rowan's like, well, he might be. You never know. You're a human at that time for a very long time. Chapter 46. They found Otterland soldiers in the caves at the beach. If I got that detail wrong, I'm so sorry. I thought they were Otterland soldiers that I'm assuming are infected like the soldiers that Manon is dealing with. And there were creatures. So there's like also the Vogue creature things. They have a demi-fae captured trying to find compatibility from they're trying to see if they are compatible. And if they're not, they kill them. Chapter 47, the creature comes for them. One of them. I think there's 4 total.
What does a creature do?
Came for them. What?
Nice.
No, I'm not going to repeat that.
And creatures like, oh my god, they are too attractive.
I think there were 3 creatures total that came after Aelin and Rowan, and they were outmatched, so they ran, and they baited skinwalkers to kill the king's creatures. Supposedly, the skinwalkers killed 1. We later learned that didn't work.
Right.
48, they're setting traps for the creatures in Narrock. I think that's one of the creature names. We're almost done, though. We almost got through all these.
I'm in it.
So they're setting traps. Rowan broke the news that the king killed all of the fucking slaves in Calicula, and Endovir was completely unprepared for that. The so extreme. And then he's like, well, we better make plans to find new slaves later. That's what we need. Adie and Kale and Dorian learn of the camp thing, and royalty attended an orchestra, and they played the songs of the nations affected, and they were never seen again.
Yeah, they pulled the same thing. I'm starting to realize that all the musical guests invited to the castle fucking hate the king.
Yeah.
Like, they're all like, we've got this great idea. And everybody shut the fuck up and just listen to him and let him play, though. I like that, too.
I have heard the soundbite from this chapter, not realizing what it is from. I knew that it was from this series, but and they were all wearing morning black. And that is a TikTok sound.
Oh, cool. I've never heard that before.
Oh, I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, please
But
do.
when I heard this, I'm like, oh, this is a big deal. This is a big scene. I've heard of this audio before. Chapter 50, Rowan gave his blessing for her to go to Doranel and gave her the dagger back and called her Fireheart. Her mom also called her Fireheart.
Oh, people were better nicknames back then. They
but she wasn't
the same.
She wasn't ready for going to Doranel yet.
What do you mean?
I think he was just kind of pushing it along like, well, you're going to be going to Doranel. Things are moving along really quickly.
He was trying to get her the fuck out of Doranel before the king's army showed up.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, she's not ready.
Yeah, and can we agree that the name Doranel always makes you think of doornail?
Did not.
Oh,
I
man.
kept thinking of Dorian.
Oh, I kept thinking of Doran Nail.
I was spelling it like Danielle, but like D-O-R. Door. And I don't know how I was spelling it.
Doranal.
Yup, exactly like that.
Careful where that handle goes.
Somebody betrayed the mist word, all the traps, all of them knew. Who do you think that was?
They told us who it was.
Who?
I can't remember the guy's name, but it was one of the fellows that hangs out around him in the kitchen. He was a problem.
Someone we knew well, and I missed it?
Not like knew real well, but we've heard their names several times.
Not Luca or...
Might have been Luca. I don't remember. Could have been Luca.
Well, that's a big deal.
Luca, you crazy Luca. How does that go again? Where you been, Luca?
That would have been hilarious.
Amazing.
Selena found the creatures and lit blades on fire and kept the wards up. This is when we learned that creatures are Vogue princes. Rowan's friends arrived and the Vogue got her, and then she's cycling through all the bad memories, and she has a memory of being a child and the king visiting her. And I thought it was like a spiked drink and it was like a temporary thing. I didn't really take it literally that she felt a worm, that it could be her being infected with something.
Yeah, I think the king's magic. I think he threw a magic worm at her.
Something. And it would have been the early stages of whatever the hell he was doing because she was a child.
Yeah, well, he kills her parents a day or two later.
We already talked about how she lit on fire and her mom put her out. And it goes to a couple days later, something that she is sent away with. Oh, I feel so bad for the woman that protected and saved her.
Mm-hmm.
But they go to the settler area, and I was crying because I have the note. Oh my God, she crawled into their beds and they were already dead.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it was kind of cold in there.
It was damp beds when she got in.
Cold, damp beds. It's really, really sad.
Why the fuck are we reading this book? This is sad.
That's how I felt about the incest part. Then we got to this part, and I was like, well, this is terrible, but let's keep going.
This is so heartbreaking.
Dude, the trauma. No wonder this kid ended up being a fucking assassin.
Into bed with her dead parents, and we were supposed to continue reading on, supposed to keep listening.
Mm-hmm. And it got worse after that.
I think it was after that scene that she got up in the real world. Like, she was starting to break free from the Vogue spell or whatever the hell they were doing to her. And Rowan knows that they are bonded, and Aelin torched the two creatures at once and offered his bloody hand, and she burned the rest. Just torched them all. And that gets us all the way to chapter 56. And it cuts back to the kingdom, and that's, yeah, this is an intense. It's really shocking that it took this far to be this emotionally invested, because I was
really bummed out with some shit that was happening at the castle.
Yeah, because Chaol told Sorsha the kingdom could use a healer as a queen, and she kind of looked sad. I was like, well, what was that scene about? Why aren't you excited? Why would you be excited, Sorsha? What do you know?
Well, to be fair, Sorsha knew the whole time that she wasn't going to end up with Dorian.
She did.
That's what
she's like.
She was aware that she could never end up with Dorian, and that was super sad.
They tested the magic crystals, take down the towers. Back to Selena, Gavriel warned Rowan of Maeve and wished him luck. The amulet her mother gave her was the third word key. Oh, we haven't talked about that. What do you think of that?
I think it makes perfect sense, other than I question what the mark on her forehead means still.
It's the nameless.
Yeah, but I don't know what it really does, what it means.
I interpreted it, please correct us or help us out, that Brannon, because she's not related to Gavin, that Brannon is an orphan. And
Oh, he didn't have a last name.
He didn't have a last name, but I wonder if all Fae have a mark, almost like a royal crest, or like
a brand?
Like a brand almost that represents your family, and he was abandoned, unknown, and so he represents all of the nameless children. And so his children all have that because they don't have anything. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to piece together.
No, that sounds like a super reasonable theory to me. I like that. I didn't pick that up at all. You did great.
I don't know, because Maeve made it seem like you're not royalty, actually. You have the nameless crest, essentially.
Yeah. Maeve is so full of shit. I stand by. I think she's either taking over or she's in charge of the worm people. She's going to be a huge threat, and I'm excited to see that. But I think Maeve's the one pulling the strings, or she's a puppet of the worms. I'm just calling them the worms now. The Vogue.
Yeah, we're going to trust young Aelin that she described it well.
Yes.
Because Maeve also says that the gods, or a god, must have looked favorably on Brannon to give him that magic. But she's pretty shitty. She doesn't like Demi-Fae, and she, of course, doesn't think highly of the nameless.
I don't think she thinks highly of anybody. She even treats Rowan like a piece of shit.
She does.
I think she just really likes herself.
She can summon water like her mother, and they're headed to Doranel. News traveled back to Otterland, and then it cuts back to them making it to Doranel to see our aunt.
Our aunt.
It was worded that way. That is a quote. That it's not.
No, that's what I said. Our aunt. It's crazy.
I was like, stop it. Stop saying that.
Brandon, our aunt can give us the blessing of being married. She's the only family either of us has besides each other.
Brandon is not royalty. All of his children have the bastard's mark, the nameless mark. Rowan was beaten by Maeve. Aelin sees this and she torches the entire city in a harmless flame. And it was Athral's sword that she found in the cave and his gold ring that we now know he was a lover or something very close to Maeve. So she was very easily manipulated by her having those things. Dorinel is made of stone and surrounded by water to protect her from Brandon's errors. Hence, Heir of Fire.
Right.
Aelin showed Maeve the vision from the Volg that she is going to take over. It doesn't mean that is what's going to happen, but it could. Showed the ring and freed Rowan. He made a blood oath on his knees to her. And then she gets a tattoo.
Yeah, which is a thing in these books. Tattoos.
Yeah.
Always tattoos.
Then the war games begin. Capture the egg. Keely was Petra's wyvern who was severely injured that Manon rescued the witch, not Keely.
Right.
And I think that was to show us the bond between them. And I really like that your theory is that is part of their descent is the bond. And then Manon kills the Kraken witch.
Yeah, which is shit. That was a good scene.
It was fantastic.
The Kraken witch was so brave.
I thought this was going to be the moment that Manon was going to descend. And then she killed her. I'm like, oh my God, I guess we're not yet.
But she's wearing the Kraken cloak.
She does.
And I think that's a little symbolic.
How so?
Looks, it doesn't match the other cloaks. She's got a blood red cloak.
Oh, so she's different from everyone else?
I believe so.
We're almost getting into yours. We've talked a lot about the scene with Aetian and Chaol.
Yeah, we did. We went through that one.
Then Dorian snaps. He gets the collar put on him. That also made me cry. And
we haven't talked about his cousin yet, I might add.
Whose cousin?
Dorian's. He's just kind of been disappeared for a little while he's off fucking around with.
He's with Parrington and Caltaine.
Yep. But I want to know more of what's going on in their world, too.
Now it's into Ryan's notes. Chapter 66. Manon wing leader now. And discuss them flying to Morath. 67.
She discusses flying to Morath with her grandma. And grandma's like, yeah, I'm not going until after you've gone and done what you need to do. You, just because you're a wing leader, don't get to fucking talk to me. And she's like, actually, I fucking do. I'm wing leader. She's like, well, you're going to Morath. She's like, oh, well, when? She's like, tomorrow. She's like, well, when are you going to show up? She's like, well, after the fucking work is done. I'm old. Fuck you.
Chapter 67, Chaol rocking a new sword.
Yep. He got the sword that was flying out the window.
Chapter 68, Rowan thinks he's in charge and Selena is not digging it. She said she's going back as Selena. She took the amethyst ring off and feels relieved, but still cares for Chaol's safety. Ash Rivers are mom's peeps. Then she goes all prestige worldwide, saying she's building the biggest, best, star-shaking army ever. Also, Rowan prays to Mala. He secretly smiles. Whatever that means. She repeats her name and reminds herself and us that she's not afraid of anything. The end.
I think I covered all the bases.
I think you did great. You should be in charge of notes more often.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be far less specific, but we understood from there the Ash Rivers, that's her mom's side of the family. She's related to what's-his-face from.
Yes.
On her dad's side.
And her mom sounds really cool.
Well, yeah.
It's really sad.
Mom sounds like she was really cool.
Was.
I'm really bummed out by that, too.
Where would you rate the book?
Ooh, yeah, I forgot that was the end of the book. I'm going to rate this book I'm going to rate this book at a 4.25.
5 out of 5.
I knew that was coming.
I am so happy.
What if this book had ended 10 chapters sooner?
I would have cried a little longer, I guess. I don't know.
Before her explosive flames taking the place over. Basically, if the book would have ended before she had her big triumphant moment.
If it ended before, is it when she gets her powers and before Dorinel? Like when she takes out the Vault Princess?
Before she takes out the Vault Princess. If it ended the chapter before that.
I don't think I would have been that eager. That made it a...
That's the thing. That's what pushed it over there for me.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I was like, man, this is like a 3.5 is what I was feeling for the majority of this book. And I really enjoyed it. Bear in mind, guys, the 3.5 for me is still a damn good book. And then the way it ended, from that moment all the way through the end, the way that she interacted with Maeve, Dorian interacting with his dad, the way everything went for everybody.
All of it. All of it.
Yeah, boosted it way up. If the whole book was that good, this would have been a 5 out of 5 for me. like I said, 4.25, and I knew that you'd be a 5 out of 5.
And now I'm having a hard time. Like, I want to hear about the past, but I really want Queen of Shadows. So I'm just going to listen. And sorry, everybody, about our retelling of Assassin's Blade. There's no way we're going to do a good job at getting the details right. But I want to know what happens next in this storyline.
I totally agree.
But at the same time, we have to do Assassin's Blade now. We cannot continue on.
Is there anything you were disappointed about in this book?
No.
Do you wish she would have found a lover that she wasn't so closely related to?
Yes. But maybe they're not lovers. Maybe they're just really close.
Daytime friends and nighttime cousins.
Anything that you wish was different?
Yeah, I wish they weren't related.
That's it?
She's related to everybody, and that kind of is weird. It's a small world. I find that to be a little upsetting. Also, I want to know what the fuck is going on with Kaltain and the group of goons going that direction.
Oh, no, that's right. Kaltain was talking about how she's going to be the one that meets him.
Mm-hmm. She's got a special mission, and she's got some magic and stuff in her blood. She's been hearing those. She's been having headaches for a year. I'm so nervous about what the fuck's going on with Kaltain.
I still don't understand. I like your idea. I like your theory, but it's not making quite sense because there's obsidian. I thought it was just the rock that was doing it.
But no, I think the obsidian is what brings him under the king's control. I think the brain worms get in there and give him the headache. The obsidian guides the worm. I'm really running a long ways with this.
What are the collars?
Another way to put obsidian on somebody. They can't take them off. It's like the ring, but less flashy.
That's how the king keeps the Vogue under control? Or it's with his word keys.
I don't know.
He has 2 word keys, which is enough to keep the Vogue under control, I believe. But not enough to bring them all here. If he had all 3, yeah.
And why would he want all the Vogue there?
But the Vogue wanting to all be there, and they're in charge, that makes more sense.
That's what I'm saying. They're manipulating, they're pulling the puppet strings for everybody. The Vogue are in charge of everything.
That would be such a wild twist if the king was controlled by a Vogue.
If that is true, I'm going to say it's not that crazy of a twist if I thought of this as a possibility. If they really want to M. Night Shyamalan me, what will be the twist is Selena will be a Vogue. That is a twist. I'm excited to see what's happening. Also, I don't know about the whole thing with Rowan.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
I don't know what's happening.
I know I like him.
I liked the book so much, and I think Rowan is so cool. I want to see him do more cool magic stuff. I want to hear about what he's doing as a bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear more about bird adventures, too.
Yeah, his perspective.
Oh, my gosh. What do birds eat?
Worms and seeds?
Darn right, worms. Brain worms and everybody.
Oh, you think
he becomes Magic Bird, and yep, he eats their brain worms out. They waterboard him, so they come out like worms. Starts to peek out somebody's ear, and he turns into a bird and just gets that motherfucker. No more brain worm.
That theory I'm not on board with.
Okay. But yeah, it was a bad theory, but it was an idea.
We do get to hear more about Arabin and Sam now, though.
Yeah, we do. I'm so excited to hear about Arabin. I could kind of care less about Sam because now we know he's dead. And we've seen her literally just run through Dick since then. Like a field of peen, and she's just got her arms out. Da, da, da. I'm really also credit to this book. It does not want her to be like this, wholesome virgin-esque lady. She's becoming a dick master, and I think that that's amazing. Like, I truly do think that's a benefit to her in this. You know what I mean? It's not Disney. Like, it's not like, it needs to be just the perfect penis. No, she's gonna try them all.
Until she is happy.
Well, and she may just keep moving through them. Like, if she's gonna live a few thousand years, she's probably like, yeah, fuck it. Why would I stick with one? So I've had 4 in 2 years. I might as well see what we can do with this. I have magic, healing magic. I'm immune to syphilis.
What the fuck?
She just keeps moving.
I love you.
I love you.
You're my bestie.
You're my bestie.
Great note to end on.
Okay. Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
Dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a two-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I would say love you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.